Most people are not failing at life. They are just miscast. They are trying to win a game they were never designed to play, using rules that reward someone else's nature. And the most dangerous part, they think the problem is effort. So they try harder, they push more, they contort themselves into roles that look successful from the outside, but feel wrong on the inside. This episode is not about motivation, it is about identity alignment. Because once you understand this fable, truly understand it, you stop chasing admiration and start building authority. And by the end of this episode, you will either see exactly why your life works, or exactly why it doesn't. Imagine a courtyard in ancient times, stone underfoot, dust in the air, a household waking slowly with the sun. At the centre sits a man, relaxed, unthreatened, comfortable in ownership. By his side lies a lapdog, small, alert, warm. The dog does not work. The dog does not carry burdens. The dog does not pull cars. Yet it receives something priceless: affection, attention, status within the household. Across the yard stands an ass, powerful, enduring, built for labour. It carries grain, it pulls weight, it survives heat and distance, but it watches. And what it watches is not effort rewarded. It watches visibility rewarded. It watches closeness rewarded. It watches the lapdog do almost nothing and receive almost everything it secretly desires. And a thought then forms, the most destructive thought in human psychology. If I behave like them, I will receive what they receive. The ass does not ask, is this appropriate for my body? Is this consistent with my nature? Is this the role I was built for? It only sees outcome. So one day it tries, it charges forward. Its strength becomes clumsiness, its enthusiasm becomes violence. Furniture splinters, the master is knocked down, the household erupts into chaos. And the ass is beaten and cast out. Not because it was evil, not because it was useless, but because it was misaligned. And the lapdog, well, it goes back into place because it never tried to be anything else. This story is not just about animals. It is about people who imitate success instead of understanding structure. Most suffering does not come from lack of intent, it comes from role confusion. We copy behaviours without copying the temperament, the trade-offs, the cost. We envy outcomes without respecting prerequisites. And the world is unforgiving to people who perform the wrong role well. Let me give you a real example. A high-performing professional. Detail-orientated, reliable, calm under pressure. They are not loud, they are not theatrical, they do not dominate rooms. But they see who gets promoted, they see who gets praised, so they start performing charisma, forced humour, artificial confidence, politics instead of precision. And something strange happens. They lose trust. Because authority is not gained by imitation, it is gained by congruence. A strategist pretending to be a performer becomes neither. The lapdog is rewarded for presence. The ass is rewarded for power and endurance. Confuse the two, and you collapse your value. Status itself is contextual. Different environments reward different traits, but social media flattened this truth. Now everyone believes that visibility equals value, loud equals confident, soft equals evolved. So warriors try to be gentle, thinkers try to be entertaining, leaders try to be liked. And in doing so, they abandon the very traits that made them valuable. The ass does not lose because it's weak, it loses because it abandons strength. Most relationship failure is not incompatibility, it is role distortion. When someone abandons their natural polarity, attraction erodes, not because of cruelty, not because of ego, but because the nervous system recognizes incongruence. People don't feel safe around people who pretend. They feel safe around people who know who they are. Trying to be everything makes you nothing. Carl Jung warned that what you repress now becomes the shadow. But what he didn't emphasize enough is this: what you imitate becomes fragmentation. When you live out of alignment with your nature, resentment grows, exhaustion follows, identity fractures. You are carrying a mask that doesn't breathe, and eventually the body rebels. Burnout, depression, anger without direction. The ass doesn't just get beaten, it breaks itself first. So ask yourself, what feels heavy even when praised? What feels natural even when difficult? Where do people rely on me instinctively? Nature leaves clues. Your energy reveals your role before your mind accepts it. Stop asking, how do I become them? And start asking, what role collapses when I abandon it? Value is not flexibility. Value is fit. The world doesn't reward effort, it rewards correct placement. An ass in a field is invaluable. An ass on a lap is a liability. The lapdog did not win by trying harder. The ass did not fail because it lacked worth. The tragedy was confusion. Do not envy the reward of a role you could not survive performing. Do not abandon your nature for applause, because the world does not need more imitation. It needs people who are correctly placed, deeply aligned, and unapologetically themselves. And once you find your role, you stop chasing attention, and attention starts finding you.